Hello, I'm here with Michael Williams, the Managing Director and Senior Financial Advisor of the Hopkins Group, and myself, Shane Light, the Head of the Advice. This year's budget's come around quite quick actually, and surprisingly, tomorrow night I don't think we're expecting too much. But Michael, what are your thoughts on this year's budget?
Oh, look, it's very surprising that there hasn't been any leaks or testing in the market as to ideas, and I suppose Liberals are trying to keep a few things up their pocket, considering that election's only 4 or 5 weeks around the corner. So you'd expect any budget leading up to an election's got to include some handouts to keep everybody happy.
Well, I think you're right, and this is potentially going to be the first time, or for a long time, that a surplus is going to be announced. So I guess with a couple of meetings you've had over the past few weeks too, apart from I reckon boosting the economy and some infrastructure spend, what are your thoughts on how they may spend that?
Well, definitely. I was lucky enough to meet with the Assistant Minister for Treasury and Finance, and without a doubt they wanted to discuss Labor's property proposals. And the two things I think Liberals are going to attack Labor on is property and the franking credits tax, or franking credit changes. So my expectation is that this is going to be a big spending budget. There's going to be tax cuts. There's going to be stuff there for retirees to focus that issue on franking credits. And there might be also something for first home buyers from the federal perspective rather than the state perspective. But I do expect this to be a big spending, lead up to election, make everybody happy budget, and the Liberals promising to deliver on economic fundamentals that they have in the past.
And I think you're right. I think we're going to see some tax cuts. It's going to be very interesting, obviously, with the environment at the moment, a potential. Now they're talking about rate cuts. So depending on how that flows through to the market, and some of the Labor policies, how do you think, if Labor and their response, how are they going to challenge the Liberals as well? And how do you feel that they're going to spend their money?
Well, I think Labor's been very clear on their proposals. They've got some very dedicated measures that they've put out to the market, which they've been strong on not changing or bending on. On Friday last week, they announced that the property proposal changes will come in from the 1st of January. They haven't bent on the removal of franking credits for people paying no tax. So I don't know if we'll see actually much more from Labor from a response perspective. But if there is a surplus above and beyond what they've predicted and what their spending has entailed, then there might be still a few more things that Labor brings out pre-election to say, here's another handout, here's another benefit, come vote for us.
So another 07 kind of Kevin Rudd era?
Without a doubt.
Okay. Well, I guess, leading into the budget, we're going to have a lot of post-budget type of discussions as well. So from that perspective, segmenting them and talking about how they're going to be impacting you as clients. So watch this space. But, is there anything that you want to touch on any further pre-budget, given this is probably the most recent budget where there's actually been little leaks?
That's right. The suspense is killing me, so we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.